Have your eyes started playing tricks on you, blurring at night or struggling to focus in low light? What if the solution isn't stronger glasses, but the nutrients your eyes have been quietly starving for? And did you know some seniors begin noticing clearer vision in just 24 hours just by changing what they feed their bodies? If you found yourself squinting more lately, holding books farther away, or seeing strange halos around lights at night, you're not imagining things, and you're definitely not alone. These small changes often sneak in gradually, which is why so many people just accept them as part of getting older. But here's the truth. Vision decline isn't always permanent, and your eyes are far from powerless. They're still alive, still capable of recovery. What they often lack, especially as we age, is proper support, the right fuel to keep them strong and responsive. In this video, we're diving into 5 specific vitamins that eye specialists and researchers quietly agree are game changers for older adults. These aren't flashy miracle pills. But for many seniors, simply adding these nutrients back into their diet leads to results that feel like a miracle. We'll break down what each vitamin does, why most older adults fall short of getting enough, and how building a tiny, consistent habit could help you start seeing the world more clearly again. Whether your goal is to comfortably read a menu, recognize the faces of loved ones, drive safely at night, or simply enjoy the view from your porch without strain, this video is here to help. Let's get started. Number 1. Vitamin A. One of the earliest signs that your vision may be starting to decline is trouble seeing in low light. Maybe it begins subtly, having a harder time driving at dusk, needing brighter lighting to read, or struggling when your eyes have to adjust after switching off a lamp. While it's easy to blame this on just getting older, the cause often points to something more specific: a deficiency in vitamin A. Vitamin A plays a direct and powerful role in your eye's ability to process light. It helps form a protein in the retina called rhodopsin, which allows you to see in dim conditions. Without enough of this critical vitamin, your eyes struggle to adapt to darkness and contrast, leaving you feeling vulnerable in situations that once felt routine. When your eyes can't properly adjust to darkness, it doesn't just impact your comfort, it puts your long-term vision at risk. Over time, the delicate structures in your retina can begin to deteriorate, increasing the likelihood of serious vision loss down the road. But here's where it gets even more complicated. Many seniors believe they're getting enough vitamin A simply because they snack on a few carrots now and then. Unfortunately, that's not always the case. The real challenge isn't just what you eat, it's how your body processes it. As we grow older, our digestive system tends to become less efficient, particularly when it comes to converting plant-based beta-carotene into the usable form of vitamin A. So even if you're eating plenty of orange vegetables, your eyes might still be going without the support they need. That's why many experts quietly recommend getting vitamin A from animal-based sources like eggs, dairy, or liver. In these foods, the vitamin comes pre-formed, ready for the body to use immediately. And if animal products aren't a big part of your diet, a high-quality supplement can make a real difference. The key, however, is balance. Too much vitamin A can build up in the body over time, so any supplement should be chosen and dosed carefully, ideally with your doctor's guidance. Here's a powerful example. George, age 75, had stopped driving after dark because his night vision had gotten so unreliable. He avoided evening outings, missed dinners with friends, and felt like his independence was slipping away. After a routine blood test revealed low vitamin A levels, his doctor suggested simple dietary changes and a mild supplement. Within 2 weeks, George noticed his eyes adjusting more quickly in low light. By the end of the month, he was driving again after sunset, confident and safe. It wasn't a miracle. It was biology, supported by awareness and a smart adjustment. So if you've been noticing that your world dims earlier than it should, vitamin A could be the first place to investigate. Now let's talk about vitamin C. If you've ever heard someone describe their vision as cloudy, like looking through a fogged-up window, there's a strong possibility they're developing cataracts. Cataracts are one of the most common causes of vision decline in older adults. But what most people don't realize is that they're closely linked to oxidative stress in the eyes, a process where damaging free radicals begin to break down the tissue in your lenses. And that's where vitamin C becomes a silent superhero. As we age, our bodies naturally produce unstable molecules called free radicals, tiny troublemakers that damage the proteins inside the lens of the eye. This slow breakdown is what leads to that familiar cloudiness, especially in the form of cataracts. When we're younger, our eye fluid is rich in vitamin C, which helps neutralize these harmful molecules. But here's the problem. As the years pass, our ability to maintain those protective levels of vitamin C declines. And if our daily diet is lacking in this powerful antioxidant, the gap between protection and damage grows even wider. That's exactly why multiple studies have shown that older adults who regularly consume vitamin C through both food and supplements tend to have a much lower risk of developing severe cataracts. Not only do these cataracts appear less frequently, but they also tend to grow at a slower pace when they do occur. In fact, in one long-term study, seniors who took vitamin C supplements for at least a decade were shown to have a 60% lower risk of needing cataract surgery than those who didn't. That's a significant number with real-life impact. Of course, the most powerful sources of vitamin C still come from fresh foods. Think citrus fruits like oranges and grapefruits, vibrant bell peppers, juicy strawberries, and dark greens like broccoli. These aren't just healthy, they're fuel for your eyes. And while supplements can be a helpful tool, especially for those who struggle to eat enough fruits and veggies, consistency is key. It's the daily habit, not a once-a-week vitamin, that protects your vision over time. Let me share Linda's story. She's 69, and during a routine eye exam, her ophthalmologist told her that early cataracts were beginning to form. Instead of waiting for things to worsen, she decided to make one simple change to her morning routine. Every day, she started blending a citrus-based smoothie packed with fresh orange, a handful of kale, and a scoop of collagen powder. A year later, during her follow-up visit, the results were astonishing. Her cataracts hadn't progressed at all. Her doctor was surprised, but she wasn't. Sometimes the most effective medicine doesn't come from a pharmacy. It comes from the produce aisle, one habit at a time. If you're still with us and learning something new today, type number 2 in the comments to let us know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, take a moment to do that now and hit the bell icon so you never miss out. Your support helps us continue sharing meaningful, science-backed content to keep you healthy and informed. Now, let's keep going with vitamin E, a silent defender that may help preserve your central vision when it matters most. Vitamin E is like the retina's personal bodyguard, silently standing in between your vision and the wear and tear of time. This fat-soluble antioxidant plays a crucial role in shielding the delicate tissues inside your eyes from harmful free radicals. These unstable molecules accumulate over the years, from common triggers like prolonged sun exposure, poor dietary habits, and even long-term stress. Over time, this invisible damage chips away at the health of your retina. But with adequate levels of vitamin E, your eyes are equipped with a built-in line of defense, one that can slow, and in some cases, even halt this gradual decline. Specifically, vitamin E helps to stabilize the membranes of retinal cells. It also reduces inflammation, which is a silent but persistent enemy of healthy vision. These two roles, cellular protection and inflammation control, are essential when it comes to preserving sharp central vision, especially as we age. Research backs this up. One landmark study from the National Eye Institute found that a specific combination of nutrients, vitamin E, vitamin C, beta-carotene, and zinc, reduced the risk of developing advanced macular degeneration by 25% in people considered high risk. That's not a small difference. That's the kind of number that can change quality of life. But here's the challenge. Most older adults aren't getting nearly enough vitamin E, not because they don't want to, but because the average American diet doesn't naturally include many foods rich in this essential nutrient. To reach healthy levels, you'd need to regularly eat foods like sunflower seeds, almonds, spinach, or avocado. And let's be honest, those aren't exactly staples on every plate, especially as meal routines get simpler with age. Let me tell you about Carl. He was 80 when his ophthalmologist first mentioned early signs of macular degeneration. Carl wasn't ready to give up his morning ritual of reading the newspaper by the window with a cup of tea. So he made some thoughtful adjustments. He started adding a small handful of almonds to his breakfast, swapped in whole grain bread, and included a plant-based vitamin E supplement each day. Within a year, not only had his condition stabilized, it actually improved just enough for him to read comfortably again in natural light. It's these small, consistent choices that often lead to the biggest outcomes. Vitamin E might not make headlines, but it's a quiet powerhouse in the fight to preserve the vision that brings joy and independence to everyday life. Vitamin A1 is absolutely essential when it comes to maintaining healthy vision, especially at night. It plays a crucial role in producing a protein called rhodopsin, which lives in your retina and allows your eyes to absorb light, sending clear signals to your brain. Without enough of it, the rod cells in your eyes, the ones responsible for seeing in the dark, can't function the way they should. That's why one of the earliest signs of a vitamin A deficiency is trouble seeing in low light, also known as night blindness. But night vision isn't the only thing at stake. Vitamin A1 also plays a vital role in keeping the surface of your eyes moist and protected. It supports mucus production and helps maintain the health of the cornea, the transparent outer layer of your eye. When your levels of this vitamin fall too low, you might experience dry, itchy, or irritated eyes. In more severe cases, it can lead to corneal ulcers or long-term surface damage that's difficult to reverse. Here's where it gets tricky. Many people assume they're getting enough vitamin A just because they eat carrots or sweet potatoes now and then. But as we age, our bodies lose efficiency in converting plant-based beta-carotene into the active form of vitamin A that our eyes can actually use. That means even a diet filled with colorful veggies might not be enough. There are two main types of vitamin A: preformed vitamin A, which comes from animal sources like liver, eggs, and dairy, and provitamin A carotenoids, found in vegetables. Both are important, but for many seniors, a mix of both, either through diet or supplementation, tends to be most effective. And when diet alone doesn't fill the gap, a high-quality supplement can make a meaningful difference. Take James, for example. At 74, he had given up night driving altogether. Oncoming headlights made him squint, and road signs became hard to read. He also described his eyes as feeling dry and gritty throughout the day. After a visit with his doctor, he began eating more eggs, adding bright orange vegetables to his plate, and taking a low-dose supplement with retinyl palmitate, the active form of vitamin A. Within just 2 months, James was back to driving short distances at night, and his eye discomfort had eased noticeably. When your eyes are properly nourished, they're capable of remarkable recovery, even later in life. Don't overlook vitamin A1. It's one of the most time-tested, reliable nutrients for supporting both night vision and overall eye comfort. Let's move into number 5, L-ascorbic acid, the form of vitamin C that plays a powerful, often underestimated role in protecting your vision, especially against cataracts and blood vessel damage in the eyes. Cataracts don't suddenly appear out of nowhere. They build slowly, often over the course of years. One morning, things just start to look hazy. You squint at the morning paper or notice that bright sunlight makes everything harder to see. It's like the world has been covered by a frosted glass pane. For many older adults, this gradual clouding of the lens is the leading cause of diminished vision. But here's the good news. There's something simple and effective that can help slow that process down: L-ascorbic acid. While most people know it for immune support, it also acts as a potent antioxidant that protects the lens of the eye from oxidative stress. This kind of stress comes from everyday exposure to things like ultraviolet light, air pollution, and the natural effects of aging. The lens, which should stay clear and flexible, becomes more vulnerable as we grow older. That's where L-ascorbic acid steps in. It neutralizes the unstable molecules, free radicals, that cause the lens to harden and turn cloudy. And the benefits don't stop there. L-ascorbic acid also plays a critical role in supporting the health of your retina. How? By reinforcing the network of tiny blood vessels that nourish your eyes. These vessels are essential for delivering oxygen and nutrients, but they can weaken over time, especially in people managing diabetes or high blood pressure. When those vessels deteriorate, vision often declines. L-ascorbic acid helps strengthen the vessel walls, keeping them flexible, strong, and less prone to rupture. But here's something many people don't realize. Your body doesn't store L-ascorbic acid. That means you need a new supply every single day. While it's tempting to think a morning glass of orange juice is enough, the reality is that much of the vitamin content in processed juices degrades quickly. Fresh fruits like kiwi, strawberries, bell peppers, and broccoli offer much more reliable sources. And if those aren't regular staples in your diet, a daily supplement with high bioavailability, L-ascorbic acid, can help fill the gap. Take Margaret, for instance. At 77, she began seeing halos around lights and noticed that reading felt more tiring than it used to. Her doctor diagnosed early-stage cataracts. Instead of waiting for things to worsen, she made a change, adding more vitamin C-rich foods to her meals and starting a low-dose supplement. Within months, the haziness had eased, and her reading comfort returned. When it comes to protecting your eyes, sometimes the most powerful tools aren't complicated. They're just consistent. L-ascorbic acid is one of those quiet protectors that helps keep your vision clear, your eyes strong, and your future brighter. Instead of waiting for surgery, she took matters into her own hands. Margaret began eating more raw fruits and vegetables, cut back on processed foods, and committed to taking a daily L-ascorbic acid supplement. 6 months later, not only had her cataracts stopped progressing, but her vision had also sharpened just enough that she no longer needed a magnifier to enjoy her crossword puzzles. It wasn't a miracle. It was the power of consistency and giving her body what it needed to heal. When it comes to protecting your eyesight, prevention is often far more effective than people realize. L-ascorbic acid is one of the simplest, most natural tools available to help keep your vision clear, your blood vessels strong, and your days just a little bit brighter. Now for some final thoughts. When we're young, we rarely think twice about our vision. We read small print, drive at night, and spot details without effort. But as the years go by, subtle changes, like a bit of blurriness or the occasional dryness, can start to pile up. Those small frustrations can quietly chip away at the quality of your daily life. The good news? It's never too late to take better care of your eyes. These 5 vitamins aren't exotic, and they certainly aren't out of reach. But when used consistently and with purpose, they can help preserve your eyesight, lower your risk of serious eye conditions, and even bring back some of the clarity you thought was lost for good. And more importantly, it's not just about avoiding decline. It's about enhancing how you experience the world around you. Because the clearer your vision, the more fully you can live, love, and enjoy every moment. Wishing you health, happiness, and peace. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more helpful videos like this. Improving your quality of life doesn't always require a grand gesture. Sometimes it's as simple and as powerful as being able to read your favorite book, drive to the grocery store safely, recognize the smile of someone you love, or enjoy the view from your own porch. These aren't luxuries, they're everyday freedoms that deserve to be protected. And every time you choose to take a vitamin with purpose, it's not just a health decision, it's a quiet act of self-respect. It's a commitment to living not just longer, but better. If you've ever caught yourself thinking, "I'll deal with this later," or "Maybe this is just part of getting older," I gently encourage you to pause and reconsider. Yes, aging brings changes, but it also brings something powerful, the wisdom to know what truly matters. And let's be honest, clear vision, both literally and figuratively, is one of those things. Thank you for spending your time with us today. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and share one thing you learned and how you might apply it to your daily life. Your insights matter deeply to us, and your words motivate us to keep bringing you content that informs and uplifts. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating valuable content designed to inspire and empower you. Wishing you good health, lasting happiness, and peaceful days ahead. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you never miss a video.